الله أكبر الله أكبر.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Islamic Center at New York University podcast, coming to you straight from the heart of New York City. We're building an amazing Muslim community here at ICNYU where everyone is welcomed and respected no matter where you're from or where you're at. This is the place to be. So open your ears and your heart and come along with us on another life-changing journey. Bismillah.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا شر ما قضيت فإنك تقضي ولا يقضى عليك إنه لا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من عاديت تباركت ربنا وتعاليت فلك الحمد على ما قضيت نستغفرك اللهم ونتوب إليك وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Welcome everyone. I'll check one thing. Yeah, it is here. Yep. So, we studied last week about Adam and his wife. We said his beloved one. And we said God asked them or offered them, here is the paradise for you, you and your wife, your beloved ones, enjoy it, but don't approach one tree. That was the main problem for us as well. Now, what is one tree? We discussed this one tree that we shouldn't approach. We discussed quite in details. So, I think we will skip that part because it is already in the recordings. So we will study the following verse now. What happened afterwards? فَدَلَّاهُمَا بِغُرُورٍ فَلَمَّا ذَاقَ الشَّجَرَةَ بَدَتْ لَهُمَا سَوْآتُهُمَا وَطَفِقَا يَخْصِفَانِ عَلَيْهِمَا مِنْ وَرَقِ الْجَنَّةِ وَنَادَاهُمَا رَبُّهُمَا أَلَمْ أَنْهَكُمَا عَنْ تِلْكُمَا الشَّجَرَةِ وَأَقُلْ لَكُمَا إِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ لَكُمَا عَدُوٌّ مُبِينٌ. Lots of points to discuss, as all underlined words here. So the translation, let me read the translation simply and then see what is the general content of the verses. But of course, by reading the translation, we get a general subject of what it means for me and why these details are given. We have to discuss. So he lured them, Satan, Iblis lured them with lies. Ghurur, not kizib, in Arabic. You know this, kizib, lying. Ghurur is not lie, but something which deceives you, which appears to be something, but not really. For example, a proud man is called maghrur, which means a person seems to be, let's say, more than one he is. Maghrur. Take pride of something that he doesn't really deserve. That's why it is somehow mixed with lies and deception, mispresentation. So this is important. He lured them with, it may have some truth in it, but really not true. Not really true. It is a lie. but at the same time, doesn't mean that there is no truth whatsoever in it. There is truth, but we will see. Ghurur means this. I know this much, but I am showing as if I know this much. Much more than what my reality shows. That is somehow pride. For example, God created me. I don't know which kind of answer I should give here, or example I should give here. Because I'm bald, I can talk about hair. No, with a beautiful hair. It is not my work. It is God's work. But I am proud of it. It's a lie, isn't it? It is not mine. It is given to me. If something is good with or good appearance with my hair, the pride, the praise goes to the Creator, not me. I am ghurur, which means this. Although something doesn't belong to me, I pretend as if it belongs to me. All right. We understood what ghurur is. Now, why we went into details in this? Because Iblis doesn't seem to be not really telling a lie, but deceiving, and by the way, it is a lie. But deceiving with something, tricky ways. That is what our problem is. So we have to be careful about it. Because nothing bluntly comes to us and says that, do this, although it is bad, but do it. No. It is good. Show one point good in it, but follows 99% bad behind it. That is why if somebody speaks to you, or if you see something, if you are tempted to something, it doesn't mean that it has no truth at all. Not just 1%, 5%, but 95% of it is wrong. That is why we have to be careful. We shouldn't be carried away with 5% truth in it. But 95% is wrong, mistakes. Their nakedness became exposed to them when they had tasted the tree. Their nakedness, what does it mean? I mean, if I do something wrong, do you think my nakedness appears? No, I'm still covered. It looks like, isn't it? It looks like not a physical nakedness, but something it's called. For example, I can give you an example. Is a child, 1 year old, 2 years old child, doesn't wear anything. Does he feel anything? That he's doing his private part? So, no. So, but time comes, grows, and he starts becoming aware of his private matters. It means not only the private matters that haram, that's the private parts of human body, but he becomes, the person grows, he or she becomes aware of what is going on in me. This is right, this is wrong, I should do this, I shouldn't do that. All these alternatives come in front of me to choose now. I know if I do this is wrong, if I do it's right. How? We will talk more about it. The way we are created, the Creator has given us the ability to acknowledge what is right, what is wrong. For example, even you have not studied any mathematics at all, yeah? If I tell you this is $5, yeah? This is $10. Now, if I give you two $5, you would know that it means $10. Yeah. If I say, I will give you $5, but don't use any information that you learned about mathematics, calculations. I will give you $5, it makes $20. Will you accept it? Will you say, you don't know no mathematics, but as a human being, with your inner capacity, 5s make 20. Will you accept it? It doesn't make sense. So 2 chairs, this is 1 chair, this is another chair, it means 3 chairs. Even a 2 years old child wouldn't accept it. It is in us. It is ingrained in us. That's what we have to be aware. We know what is right, what is wrong. We know if I do this, it will be harmful. If I do that, it will be harmful. We are aware of it. That is why their nakedness became exposed to them. They realized that using or utilizing their inner quality to understand what is right, what is wrong. What they did was wrong. They realized when they had tasted the tree, because they tasted it, they thought, zaqa. In the culture, it is usually said they ate the tree. But eating is really taking it, swallowing it, lots of processes. No, Qur'an says zaqa. Zaqa means just taste like that. Let me see how it tastes. Okay, thank you. So welcome, inshallah, everyone. They just taste it. Then you will realize that it is wrong. What they were trying to do is, later on the Quran will say, the Lord the following verse will say, okay, the story says, God doesn't want you to become angels and doesn't want you to be eternally staying in paradise. That is why God, prohibited you from this tree. As if God is jealous. God is the one, He is paradise. But look at the logic. Although essentially it is not consistent, someone will create me and put me in the paradise, and this one will be jealous of me because he wouldn't say, no, you shouldn't be eternal here. It is contradictory, but Iblis plays this kind of things because we have to be careful. All of us want to be like an angel. Would you like to do something wrong? Essentially, would you like to, for example, have something and be unhappy? Or would you like to prefer to have something happy? Right or wrong? It is innate, isn't it? You go there and to the store, you buy something which makes you feel happy. Otherwise, you wouldn't buy it. So, would you like to be a person who never does any mistakes? Yeah, I hope I would. But I do, but I hope I would. For example, if we do something wrong, do we feel that I shouldn't have done it? It is with us. Although when we go to the judge, we try to make lots of excuses, but within ourselves, we know. What does it mean? Yes, it is legitimate. We have to understand this. It is legitimate to be like an angel which never makes any mistake. If only I could, but it's not my reality. But to wish to be like an like an angel is very human desire. Why? Because we are created to be candidates of paradise, deserve paradise. We wish to have eternal happiness. Who wants to torture himself? That is obvious. That is innate in us. Do we feel that or not? So, I would like to be a person never makes a mistake. I would like to be a person who entertains the pleasure of perfect life without any limitations and with no end. That is what is my ultimate wish, but my reality is different. That is why to go to the prohibited tree, hoping, wishing that I may get it. This wish is right, but it means we have to be careful. The purpose is right, but means to reach this purpose is completely wrong. Usually, when the Iblis makes a suggestion to us in our practical life now, that is what the description of my reality. It doesn't say do something wrong, it is wrong. It says in order to do something good for you, go this way, but means is wrong. For example, to be rich, you have to, do you want to be rich and financially independent? I think we are all trying to be in this position. That's our reality. I don't want to be dependent on somebody else financially, materially. That is very human. But Satan says, would you like to be financially independent? You say, yes. Go and rob a bank. Typical example. Not everybody so opposite, but to make the example simple, rob a bank, you will get millions. What I did now, deceive it with ghurur. My aim is correct, but means is completely corrupt. That's why people, for example, feel that we have to understand. This is very important to understand the psychology of denial. Why people deny? They want to be free. They want to be responsible for themselves to anyone superior over them. Is it correct? Yeah. I want to be free as well. But in order to reach this freedom, they think they should get rid of the concept of God. So they will feel, I am free. But this is the Iblis, what offers them. They now taste the prohibited tree. How? I am free. But what happened? Their nakedness became exposed. Okay, I deny it to submit my existence, my being, to an absolute being, to creator, to owner of the universe, so I don't disdain to worship any of this created being. I am a really free man within this universe because I am not subjugated to any part of this universe, created beings. I am an honorable man. I only understand and attribute my existence to the creator and owner of the universe who creates everything free and doesn't put any load on me. You are my creature. You will be enjoying my property, the universe, as you like. But don't deny reality. Don't contradict with yourself that yourself knows the things are all in need of being created. They need to be created. They need to be given these qualities that they have. This is what their reality is. The reality is. But these people aiming at for something right, something really humanly approvable. What? I want to be free and entertain my life freely. But they think not to believe in God, the creator of the universe, and attribute their existence to this creator, they will be free. That is what Iblis whispers. But after denying, not accepting their existence belonging to the creator of the universe and freely given by the creator of the universe, God, then what they do, they try to explain their existence in terms of what? So ridiculous. The things evolved randomly. What? Do they have any quality to choose? Any knowledge of future or themselves? Do they have any power to say something? Another being next to it so that we will make a perfect harmony and grow or improve our existence? They cannot. They are just subject to the order of the universe. It means the order of the universe is the will of the one who created the universe to be as it is now. Otherwise, order cannot exist by itself. So, while trying to have a really humanly legitimate conclusion, they swallow the misleading whispering of Iblis saying that do this way, rob the bank. For example, in the example, you want to be financially independent, correct. Rob the bank is completely wrong. Did you get it? So Iblis always uses this trick. So what this verse teaches us, we have to be very careful. Never. Iblis is very clever. But Iblis means what? Our option. Yeah, we have to be very careful not to choose the wrong option. But the Qur'an says, don't follow Iblis. Wrong option. Iblis is not. Where is Iblis? Not material things, but the option that exists for me, represented by evil, Iblis, and the option that represents for me is angels. This is what? The two sides of the creation represented by Iblis and angel. For us, angel represents glorification of God. It means what the creatures are declaring. What do they say? It is a bit maybe difficult to follow. When I see the truth in my reality, it is existent. Right? When I see the universe, I see everything. They have no choice, the material side, but they are perfectly arranged. It means somebody has done it. Otherwise, they cannot do themselves because they have no quality in and of themselves to make the better choice. Do you think any particle has any quality to choose to make communication with the rest of the universe so that they will really make a decision according to the whole order of the universe? Do they have this capacity? It's a metals. Here's the wood. However, the designer or the person who made this cut it, it is as it is. However, the one who conscious being made it, it is as it is. But it cannot choose itself to be this way or another way. It has no quality. If we are careful that what comes to our mind, practically speaking, what comes to our mind, we are going to make a decision now. This is right, this is wrong. This idea is right, this idea is wrong. We have to be very careful. the wrong idea, wrong choice, all the mistakes does not come to us straight away saying that I am wrong, but do it. No one will do it. So later on we will see in the verse that Satan will say, what I told you was not really true. You didn't use your human ability and you just followed me. And that is my mission, to give you the option. But this is the scenario told to us. God says, look, your real position in the world is like this. That's why this example is given to us. Your real position in this way. So be careful. So what happened now? They tasted the tree. It means you try. You try. Whether it is a good one or not. Immediately, what? Your human reality reacts. No, it is not the right way. You see that and a feeling, an understanding, a perception comes to your mind. This is not really right. When you taste it, nothing happened. I am not really an angel. I am not really eternal here as I am. What we do now? Let's assume, I don't think none of you are doing this, but let's assume you say, if I have this, I heard the story of a friend. He thought when he came to the United States from another country, he thought he can make money here easily than in his own country. Okay, he came here with this wish, and his aim was to buy a car, Jaguar. And he worked, really, it happened. He worked and got the car, Jaguar, bought a Jaguar. And here in New York, driving a Jaguar, who cares? Who cares? No one is looking at him. No one is admiring him. And a few months later, I understood. It doesn't mean anything really. Maybe so safe to us, but he said, when he got the Jaguar, he will be the happiest man in the world. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. So tasted it, realized, and his nakedness became exposed. His hope it was not really satisfied. So when we, as an honest human being, if we are honest, if we keep deceiving ourselves, that is our mistake. But the way we are created to be honest. So the Qur'an says, they began, let me show this cursor there, they began to put together leaves from paradise to cover themselves. And what does it mean? They realized, we realized. Now let's talk about ourselves, because these verses, ayat, is for us, isn't it? Now God is speaking to me and giving me this example and telling me, look, what happened, this is related to you. Yeah? For example, if someone wants to give you an advice, and while directly speaking to you, he says, let me tell you a story, or let me tell you what happened in my life. Let me share it with you. Yeah, once upon a time, there was a man. What is the point? Really, the point is not talking about this man. The real point is, I'm telling you, this example perfectly fits your reality. That's why I'm telling you this. That's why God tells all the stories of the prophets, or some events happened because they are directly related to us. Now, he says they began here to put together leaves from paradise to cover themselves. If I am honest, as soon as I realize my mistake, what do? Take the leaves from the paradise and cover my nakedness. It means my weak side, my mistake. How? Taking the paradise. Do we have anything from the paradise? In paradise, in this story, God told us, God created human body out of clay and then breathed into human body, a spirit from his spirit. From his spirit. So, the spirit in us, our ruh, really represents the reality of paradise. Do we get it? Is it clear or not? Because spirit, human spirit is our human side, which covers all our feelings, expectations. So especially, for example, okay, let me see something here. Okay, all right. Our nakedness, our weak point. In Zoom, somebody is asking. So, our nakedness is our weak points. But these weak points, I will just summarize it for our friend who asked the question. So, having a right purpose, which is legitimate, but using wrong means. That is what we are doing in this world. Everybody wants to be happy. Everyone enjoy happiness. Now, some of them, how can you say, reflects on the creation and admires the Creator, how merciful, how generous He is, and He is entertaining me. The other one goes to a place where he drinks so that he will get happiness because he will not think of his problems. Just suppress them as much as possible. Suppress them as much as possible. The other one is finding the solution, happy with the Creator, entertaining his life. The other one is no hope, but suppresses it. Suppresses it by keeping himself busy with something not really necessary, useful, or some sort of intoxicants, or somewhere talking about gossips, and just running away from himself, herself. Everybody is looking for happiness. Some people find happiness in this way, the other people may find in this way. That's what we are here. But if we are honest, we understand that, okay, let me, rather than entertaining my God's Creator's bliss, creation for me, enjoying what He creates, etc. All this God has provided for me. Somebody may say, oh, these are natural things. There is nothing, no value in them. And doesn't really feel happiness there because I am going to use it and it will gone. It will go away because I am going to leave it. For example, let me give another example. I'm trying to find a practical example. A person called you for a party. You are a party, but you go there. After party finishes, what happens? Gone. What is left with you? Pain. Pain of losing happiness, happy moment, happy hour. losing a power, gone. Can you get it back? Impossible. What are you going to expecting more? Maybe tomorrow have another. At the next Friday, happy hour, I will entertain myself. And continue. You know that the end is dead end. You will die. Pointless. You understand this. Human nature understands this. So if someone is honest and learns from his mistake, that's why the Qur'an, I'm going out of a bit this context now for a short period. You can you can do something wrong. That is okay. But the point is, don't insist doing the wrong, going on the wrong way. Turn back and ask for forgiveness, repent. That is human. That is why the Quran says, now you can really understand from your mistakes and try to recover it. How? Leaves from paradise to recover themselves. Get this paradisical life. Now, how can I say? Use your free spirit, your ruh. Use your source of dependence, God. So my creator is the eternal one, the creator of the universe. He is the absolute one. I belong to him. So get this idea right, humanly acceptable, confirmable idea, and say, okay, I'm going to repent, turn my creator, and I will be really entertaining the presence of my creator in the existence of everything. So we can use the leaves from paradise. It means paradise is, I think, is likened here to a tree. So you can use from the leaves to cover yourself. It may benefit from really the infinite mercy of your creator. Go and ask your creator to forgive you, benefit from it, and repair yourself. So again, connect yourself to the creator, to their creator. Their Lord called to them, did I not forbid you to approach that tree? In this story or narration, yes, don't listen to we see that there is verse, it is your open enemy. But by saying that Satan is your open enemy, in my practical life, I don't really see it. But I have to understand what it means. Why? Can I really experience in my life what Satan or Iblis offers me? Iblis represents what? Anything wrong, anything against human nature. So what Iblis offers me is wrong. So how do we know that? In our creation, we are given the tool to acknowledge what is right, what is wrong. Your reasoning, if only you don't condition yourself. Freely thinking, you will get the right conclusion. With open-mindedness, you will understand. For example, how can you explain your life? How can you explain your human qualities? How come they exist? That's obvious. You are made with these qualities. That is so obvious. Everybody can recognize it. So anything against this, we are already given the tool to acknowledge that this offer against truth, against reality, this offer is wrong. I think you don't have to wait for God to say that. To deny the Creator is wrong. Don't you know that if you deny the Creator, you feel meaningless, purposeless, no pleasure in your life. Don't we realize this within ourselves? For example, another example, God says don't steal. Don't we already know stealing is wrong? But that is what we are created with. Do you follow me? Or do I make sense? This is already with us. So, did I not forbid you to approach that tree? I cannot say that. No, I haven't received any news from my Creator saying that I shouldn't go there. It is already with me, within my creation. I know what is right, what is wrong. Within my creation, in my spirit, I am given the consciousness, I am given the reasoning power, and also the feelings. I know that, for example, if I say, if I have this property, I will be the happiest. Don't you know that it is not really the case? You cannot be the happiest when you have it. It will be outdated, it will get worn away, or you will die. It is dead end. It is limited. It's not really what we want. We want eternal happiness. What eternal happiness? How eternal happiness is possible? Don't you want that we want to be eternally happy with our being? How is it possible? Only by realizing whoever gave this sense to me must be promising me that I should be given eternal happiness. One condition, not to close my door to it. It means not to deny. Go with your own spirit. Be honest within yourself. That's why it is essential for me, it is essential. Be honest within yourself is the solution. Your spirit will tell you what's right, what's wrong. But why God tells us, calls us to take notice of our reality and tells me that I have created you with this quality. I'm letting you know. Be aware of it. Something like, I'll let me speak. Something like, although this machine works in and of itself perfectly, but I don't know how to use it. So the engineer of the machine prepares a manual, user's manual, to teach me practically without messing up. Before I mess up, exactly the Qur'an, the revelation is for this purpose. It is in me, it is in the creation. Everything declares that my Creator must have absolute power, must have absolute knowledge. Otherwise, you cannot explain my existence. It is impossible for me to exist in the form of anything, whatever you remember here. Whatever you remember. Let's say I can see tree here, mashallah, a lot of tree there. A matter, a particle form between themselves and make the tree. They have no quality to do that. That's obvious, isn't it? But I acknowledge this. If I say this happened accidentally, within me says it is not really correct. This is why God has already told me that this is wrong. I can acknowledge it. Can you imagine that if I didn't have this quality to acknowledge what is right, what is wrong, how can I be judged then? And saying that if you do something wrong, I'm going to punish you. If you do something right, it means punish means deprive you of that one, that whatever you deny it. And if you do something right, I will give you eternally, infinitely. That is how my creation tells me, my human quality tells me. Yes, sorry, you wanted to say something.
Something about the nakedness. when a person commits a crime, like stealing was the example, even if a person thinks it's okay, because some people grow up in places where they think drinking is fine or stealing is fine, maybe you were raised by thieves. What happens in this life is, even if you might get away with it initially, over time you will suffer and you will find yourself more and more exposed. For example, a person who steals is an anxious person, and a person who steals has to only be surrounded by people who are okay with that. And so now you're surrounded by people who are not good for you in any way. And so as a result, your life will become, whether you accept it or not, that there's a right and wrong, and whether you get away with it or not, for that one thing, your life on earth will increasingly become more and more painful and miserable as a consequence. And it's the same for all the things that Allah says will make you exposed. Just something, an observation.
Yeah. Thank you for this good point. Yeah. Ultimately we realize, infinitely we realize, but one practical thing, if I'm wrong, correct me. Nowadays, what is going on in this society or in this civilization, today's civilization, lots of things are continuously changing, and by way of normalization, many wrong things appear to be right, not by way of normalization. But if we are honest within ourselves, it means, let me see whether it is right or wrong. I believe that everybody knows I have to watch out about social media, which brainwashes. So the normalization is everybody does this, so it becomes normal for us, as if. But if I deliberately, knowing that this social media, I must be careful, because I know it is something artificially coming on me, artificially. Was 10 years ago, normalization process was in one other subject. Now it is in another subject. You see, I don't want to name it, so I don't want to go into the details that. But I know that I shouldn't really leave myself to the flow of the society. I should be really careful what my duty is in this world now. So use my own qualities rather than leaving my free will to the hands of some other people, then they will direct me. The fashion makers, or really the social media how do you say, generators, whoever they are, but the flow of the society. We should be careful not to leave ourselves to the flow of the society. I have to think individually. Everybody does this, but is it really correct? Shall I follow it or not? That is why Qur'an says, I told you not to approach that tree, so I warned you that Satan was your open enemy. Satan is open enemy. Now, lakum aduwwun mubin. Inna shaytana lakum aduwwun mubin. What does it mean? Satan is open enemy for me. Why open? But who can I ask? Have you seen Satan, even this way or another way? Have you seen Satan openly telling you something, whispering you something, physically or otherwise, but you have the option, you know it. This is what I mean. Do you understand? You understand that this is wrong, it is clear. Yeah, the whole order of the universe, is obvious that cannot happen by itself accidentally. Even one, I would say, one leaf of a tree cannot come into existence accidentally, as it has these qualities of photosynthesis and color and beauty and shape, everything. It will adjust itself that I will be like the other leaves, not exactly the same, but looks like the same my peers in the same tree. But how they are going to grow in it? Even you say DNA, how the DNA is going to encode it by itself? Because DNA is made up of what? Particles. Isn't that an open enemy? Isn't that an open trick not to believe in God? Because they don't want to submit themselves to their creator, so that they won't accept that I will be subjected to the creator. So I want to be independent. Ego, isn't it? Am I wrong? What do you say? Ego. That is why the Qur'an says Satan is open. If Satan wasn't an open enemy, and if I fall into its whisperings, its offer, I wouldn't be responsible. So in my existence, this quality, I must have it. It means I must be given this quality, the tool to understand what's right, what is wrong. That's what God says, okay, I have given you the criterion in your own existence, in your own being. When I am creating you, you will be able to distinguish what is right, what is wrong. And in addition to, I will send you the manual handbook, how to use yourself, how to use my creation, what to do in it. Here is the guidance. Both use it. So you are able to understand from the manual book, you are able to understand how the machine works. So use this help and make your life comfortable, perfect, happy. Otherwise, you will suffer, because you will suffer from never satisfying yourself. What the unbelievers, not everybody who is not a believer, Muslim is not a believer, no, we are not talking at this level. Blank atheist, which kind of hope it has for his life?
None.
Nothing. Yeah. Just he wants to be approved by others. He wants to be approved, confirmed by others. But if you say, do you want to be happy eternally? Yes, but it's a wishful thinking. Where did you get this wishful thinking? The society taught me. Where did they get it? Where did the society get it? Which trick? He has no hope. He is waiting to become a compost in the earth, disappear from existence. Do you think it is hope? For example, I see that, were you a student at Cornell?
Yeah.
I was there last week.
Oh.
Yeah, not last week, no, Thursday and Friday. So it is a beautiful paradise on earth. Go and see campus corner, yeah? Am I wrong? It is really very well. So, alhamdulillah, great students. I was very happy with them. So we had good night, 2 nights, alhamdulillah. Anyways, what was I saying?
Atheists.
Sorry?
Atheists.
No hope.
And no hope.
You studied there, and were you graduated?
Mm-hmm.
Now, while you are studying there, think about it. You know that as soon as you graduate from the school, you will disappear from existence.
What do you mean?
If you think.
Mm-hmm.
You are a student there,
Mm-hmm.
you are learning something, but you are sure that as soon as you graduate from the school,
Oh, right.
you will disappear from existence completely. Which kind of pleasure you take from your learning? From being a student, from even living in this beautiful college or university. Pointless. Isn't that Satan denial, idea of denial, puts you in a completely pointless life? And it is against my nature. So you study it there, I see the people are working hard, at least as hard as the NYU students. So very, and most of them were, because it was summer, most of them were graduate students, mashallah. They are very smart. So, alhamdulillah, it was very pleasing to talk to them. So it were very reasonable questions and answers, inshallah. So, that is why we enjoy. You enjoy it while you are doing something, you're studying, going to class, doing your homework, assignments, and research, and all the things that you need to do. You have a hope after graduation. After graduation, while you are learning, you enjoy it. But this enjoyment doesn't have a dead end like the deniers. When they die, everything will finish. But this enjoyment becomes or turns into eternal enjoyment. That is what I acknowledge my Creator and entertain His pleasure. I am not going to deny Him. I am not going to ignore Him. What am I going to do? I'm not going to pay a tax. Nothing. Just be thankful, grateful, so that He will give you the whatever He can create. The Creator of the universe can create eternal life for you. Look at the universe. Even imagination cannot reach the end. Imagination cannot reach the deep into each being. None of the physicists can say we came and reached the final point in the particle. I didn't know what your subject was.
It was business.
Sorry?
Business.
Couldn't get it.
He said business.
Business, not physicist. I said, if you were a physicist, you would say, yes, there is no end. Where? Not only in the macrocosm, there is no end in the microcosm as well. The Creator of this universe, of course, promised me by giving me the desire for eternal life, has promised me He can do it because He gave the need for it. So if someone doesn't believe in God and appreciates that He has blessed with existence by Him, impossible to entertain his life. He can easily understand that denial, which is represented by the whispering of Iblis, Satan, is my open enemy. I know it is completely wrong. I know it. But we should never ever forget. I know it, but I have free will to acknowledge it or to deny it. That is what my responsibility is. Any question? Anything? All right. Shall we go? We have. This one. When everything has been decided, okay, Satan will say, it means this is the last of the teaching here as far as this subject is concerned. At the very end, Satan will say, we can understand this. When you experience, you are seeking happiness, trying to do something without attributing it to the Creator, but nature itself, for example, this thing itself will satisfy me. Now, for example, let's say, you are, the simple example in our life. Every day we eat something in order to get satisfaction. So you are given a banana. Example. So there are two obvious attitudes to it. One of them is satanic, the other one is angelic. Right. Satanic idea, banana is going to satisfy me. Right? That is satanic. We will see what is this true promise, wrong promise. Yep. So, angelic side is, not the banana satisfy me. Through banana, I will understand that I am given hunger. I am created with this need. And the creator of banana is answering my need. He is providing it. So through eating the banana, we have to be very careful. While in our practical life, it's not banana that satisfy my human expectations. Only it satisfy my bodily need. And it is employed. But in the creation of banana, what am I expected to do? In the existence of banana, who can create banana? Who can organize it? Who can give the taste? Who can pack it? Who can color it? Who can give the smell of it? Who can give the desire for banana? Prepare it for me. Only the one who creates the universe. The banana exists within the context of the whole universe. If there was no sun, there would be no banana. Whoever arranged this universe aimed at creating banana. So, while eating banana, you are being introduced to its creator. And not only eating banana, your tongue, your teeth are eating banana, your stomach is waiting for the food supply, but your human side is, if you like, eating what the news you receive from banana. Do you get it? So that is why we are asked to say Bismillah. What? While you are eating banana, banana will satisfy your stomach in its material being, but the news you receive from the existence of banana will satisfy your spirit. Now, Satan represents what? Banana will satisfy you. But we confuse. There is a truth. We always said, when Satan comes with an offer, it has a small dot of truth in it. Yeah, banana will satisfy me. What? My stomach. For for 5 hours. 6 hours. Then finish. Then tomorrow I will need another banana. Example. Yeah, example. So this is gone. But my spirit gets the satisfaction through the existence of banana, acknowledging the creator of banana, who is the creator of the whole universe, and he is offering the banana to you, introducing himself through banana. This is what I did for you. Take it. If you say thank you, you say, I will give you more. If somebody gives me a present and I throw it away, do you think he will give me the same present again? Huh? I threw it away into the trash can. Didn't use it. That is why when I die, there is no banana. Why? I threw it away. I used it for my body. My body is rotting in the soil. Yeah? Finish. It's a trash can. Dustbin. Do you understand the analogy? So, Satan will say, God gave you a true promise within yourself, your spirit, your understanding. You understand that banana is good for your body, but your human side dies for satisfaction. Who is going to take care of my need for eternal happiness? And you know from yourself that the creator of banana is promising you. Banana is a means of introducing its creator to you. So Satan says, I too made promise, but they were false ones. Do you understand? False promise. Why? You are going to be satisfied. 6 hours later, it is gone. As soon as you eat, finish. Can you get it back? No. And finish. What happens? Your body temporarily benefits from it. That's your body. But your human side, your human feelings need satisfaction. Body is a means, is a vehicle. You know, vehicle is satisfied temporarily. You didn't get anything. That's why Satan offers us, forget about the creator, get the banana every day more and more, eat every day, at the end, die. And you fed your body, not spirit, your human feelings. Body went in the grave, and the atheists say, we will die and disappear. Yes, according to your understanding of existence, your body is rotting. That's your end. Your human side, you will be giving nothing. You didn't appreciate anything. That is what in the Qur'an, how hell is described. You will not get any satisfaction. So Satan says, it means this satanic option becomes clear that all this option, banana is what I get and I'm going to be satisfied, everything will be fine, is a false one. So I had no power over you except to call you. Now, this is an option. What is that? Either you acknowledge that the creator of banana is entertaining you, or deny it and say that banana itself accidentally happened to me. I am lucky. I got it. When I die, I will become unlucky. So this is so irrational. And you understand that I didn't impose it. That was only an option. You have chosen it. Did you understand this message of the verse? Is it clear? It is just an option. No one is forcing us. But our feelings are forcing us. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You are so wonderful. You have wonderful feelings. All your feelings look for full satisfaction, perfectly functioning. That is how we are created. And the word is transient. What does it mean? Who gave me all these desires? Where did I get them? I give this typical example. Old age, I'm losing my hearing ability. I hear something, but I may not be able to. But to distinguish really the syllables and the words. So I pay attention to. But my desire is what? If only I had perfect hearing. My spirit. Spirit never gets old because it's not matter. It is not subject to change. Yeah, it is always as it is. So our spirit understands that satanic option falls and doesn't force me. I don't have to follow. I don't have to follow. We are free to follow or not. So I have no power. Satan has no power. He comes with an offer, for example, denial of God. There is no evidence in the creation, in the world, which really justifies denying the creator. There is nothing in the banana and your relationship. There is no eternal, infinite satisfaction if you deny the creator, if you don't see the banana as a letter from your creator, as a message from your creator. No way to cheat myself. It doesn't really satisfy my feelings. I am absolutely sure about it. So I do say, for example, denial has no rationally acceptable evidence in existence. And denial never gives you satisfaction at all, no power. So, I had no power over you except to call you. Then option. Nothing more. An option. But for belief, everything is shouting, I have absolute creator with absolute qualities. Everything. When you look at your being, or the other creatures, anything, you look at an ant. How can it be so perfect? How can it be so perfect? Use your human reason. Can you say accidentally ant happened to be because it evolved itself? It cannot. The particles cannot go beyond the order of the universe. They have to act within the order of the universe. And the whole of the universe is perfect. The harmony is arranged. How can you say that matter caused the order? Is it possible? Matter caused the order, and matter is subject to the order. Illogical, is a contradictory. Does it? Do you think this kind of things in your life? What this denial has no power on us, but confirming the reality of God. Everything is an evidence. Okay, you responded to my call. I didn't force you, and the option is there. You followed this option, so don't blame me. Blame yourself. That is the argument presented to us in the verse. But of course, this is disclosure of my reality. God is telling me what is in me. I can understand this. I cannot help you, nor can I help me. It has no power. Matter itself cannot do anything, apart from how they are created. A part of this machine can do anything independently, apart from how the engineer arranged it, planned it, and put it there. They have to do as they are made. They have no option. They cannot say, oh, I have been serving this man for 10 years, so I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm tired of it. Do they have this option? Do they have this quality? What is the difference between pieces of the machine and pieces of a tree or human cell? They are all matter, ultimately, essentially. Matter, the same matter. This is obvious, actually. So Satan has no power. We cannot, he forced me. No, he's not forcing. We are free to choose. So I reject the way you associated me with God before. Oh, these are big, I know time is late, but these are important subjects. I reject the way you associated me with God before in the world. But what means? What we do, because we want satisfaction can only be created and provided by the one who created the universe, who is introducing himself to me through the acts of his creation. That can only be, this satisfaction can come from God only. But when we say that banana's body itself, by chance, by luck, satisfied me, what I am doing, what I am expecting from the Creator, attributing this promise, this satisfaction, to the banana itself. That is why it is called shirk. Why? Who can do the satisfaction of my being? I attributed it rather than to the Creator, but to material means. So that is why Satan says, you associated me with God. It means you took me as the source of reality, source of satisfaction for you, although I wasn't. It was obvious. surely the wrongdoers will suffer a painful punishment. It means that was your own free choice, and you will suffer just because your own free choice. You cannot blame me that I didn't know, Satan misled me. No, Satan makes an offer with no authority, no evidence, no satisfaction. But we may choose. That is human freedom. So inshallah, that is how human psychology is going on here. Inshallah, we will continue next Tuesday to the following verse. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سر سورة الفاتحة. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله, my friends.
We hope you enjoyed our podcast. If you're inspired by the work that we're doing at the IC and want to help keep it going, subscribe to our podcasts, follow us on social media, donate to help support us at icnyu.org, and most importantly, keep us in your continued du'as. Until next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.